Welcome to all our dignitaries, our governor, and all our other higher ed partners, school district stakeholders, and our media partners in the room as well. It is an exciting day to make a remarkable announcement and share some information with you. We are proud to announce the awarding of nearly $4 million in federal COVID relief funds, a combination of the American Rescue Plan and K-12 emergency relief funding that will have a profound impact on 89 of our public school districts. These funds will enable the 89 districts to foster even stronger partnerships with our esteemed colleagues in higher education. What is the primary objective? To enhance the availability of dual credit opportunities for our high school students in Connecticut. As we embark on this journey, it's critical to recognize the incredible advantages that this brings to our students. Earning college credit while still in high school offers a noteworthy head start on their pursuit of post-secondary education. These credits can encompass an array of academic courses, charting a path forward both 2- and 4-year degrees, but equally important, they can include career-focused courses that not only grant credit but also pave the way for college certificates and industry-recognized credentials. So to be clear, a student who takes, say, 3 dual credit courses in high school for about $150 per course and earn about 9 total college credits could end up saving thousands of dollars in college tuition towards an associate or bachelor's degree or certificate program. Also, the student may be able to substitute some introductory courses with more advanced courses that help get a double major in their field of interest. Bottom line, all in all, dual credit is a terrific deal. At present, approximately 24% of our 11th and 12th graders, translating to nearly 19,000 students, are already earning 3 college credits. This is up around 1,400 students, or nearly 2% from the year prior. However, under our governor's leadership, our legislature, we have their support, and we are driven by a strong desire to significantly increase the number in the upcoming years. Our commitment is unwavering to ensure that even greater percentage of our students can access and benefit from these invaluable opportunities for academic and career advancement. This truly is a year of infinite possibilities. So there are many in the audience and a lot of excitement in the audience we could bring to the stage to speak enthusiastically. I've heard it while I was milling around about dual credit opportunities for students, for businesses, and for our institutions. It would be a very long program, and even though you may have a comfortable seat, that would not work. So given our time limit today and the excitement in sharing information with you, we'll move expeditiously and hear from our speakers. We don't have the music at the end to let people know when the time is expiring, but we will move through that, and I know that you will be moved and inspired by the time we get to the end of the program. So first, I would like to thank Central Connecticut State University and President Toro for hosting us today, and to begin today's lineup of distinguished speakers on the benefits and impacts created by dual enrollment opportunities across the state, it is my pleasure to introduce Central Connecticut State University President, Dr. Toro.
Thank you, Commissioner Russell-Tucker, and welcome to the first publicly funded institution of higher education in the state of Connecticut, Central. Governor Lamont, Senator Berthel, Commissioner, my friend, the Chief Workforce Officer of the state, superintendents from across the state, and other friends that work in the space of workforce. Partners, we are so honored to have you on our campus today. It's a very special occasion for us. But before I continue, I would like to acknowledge few distinguished guests. Jen Witness, President of Connecticut Conference of Independent Colleges, Ann Delbella, Yukon Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Christopher Todd, Executive Director of Yukon's Office of Early College Program. To all of you, again, welcome. The partnerships between public and private colleges and universities with local school districts are the engine behind the dual credit course program. Students who can earn college credit prior to graduation while they are still in high school will be ahead of the game in a meaningful way. This is an effective strategy to expand access to higher education while we make a college degree more affordable. It is also a sound strategy to meet the workforce needs of our state. Central and CSCU system, we are proud to work with towns like with Windsor. In March of 2023, Windsor Public Schools signed a memorandum of understanding with Central to partner on expanding our early college experience opportunities for students interested in manufacturing. You should know that within our system, we are the only four-year institution offering degrees in manufacturing. They will align courses this fall so students can take the classes concurrently. And Central is partnered with the town of Weatherfield to create future educators. A Weatherfield High School teacher will lead a course targeted to students who are interested in becoming educators. University faculty will work with the district to create this opportunity. These are only a couple of examples of all the work we are doing across the state. All this work will enhance access to and affordability and attainment of a college education for the working class of our state. And it's really, really needed. We are more than excited to be part of the group of higher education institutions that are leading the way in our state and in the nation. Thank you for being here, and again, welcome. Welcome to our great campus.
Thank you, Dr. Toro, and it starts the excitement as we listen to others coming along, so thank you very much. I always like to say it can't be about them without them when we think about our students. So I'd like to introduce now the superintendent of Ansonia Public School with two students who will be hearing from today, Joe DeBacco, coming to the stage with Paul, and Famida, to talk with us today about the program. Let's give them a round of applause.
First, I'd like to thank the Commissioner, Governor, and all distinguished officials that are here today. And I asked students to come up with me because for the first time in my life, it's really not about me, it's about the students. So, but I do want to share how our ECE journey began. Our journey began with me having meetings with students and asking them, where are their interests? Where do your interests lie? Because as your superintendent, my job is to find those partnerships or create partnerships, create agreements with the universities. And to date, we have partners with 8 universities in the state of Connecticut. And then the next step, after securing those partnerships so our students could take those classes, is then asking them, where do you want to have an internship? Where would you like to be? And finding those partners in the workforce that where I represent a school that has probably one of the greatest number of first-time high school graduates, that now college through the ECE program is a real possibility. And they have acquired, I would say, a decent number of credits. And I'm going to allow them to, I want them to tell you how many credits they have acquired. They are seniors here at Ansonia. I have both Paul and Famida, and I want you to hear their story. Not just by me meeting with them, but that's where it started. Me meeting with them, university partners. Listen, UConn, thank you very much. Of course, Central. But after that, it's our community partners in the world of industry. So if I could have both Paul and Famita. It's not about me, it's about you.
As Mr. DeBacco said, I am Famita Choluri, and I first started taking ECE classes in my sophomore year of high school. They've been a great experience of what college would be like, exposing me to the pace and as well as how to stick to a syllabus. Alumni of our schools have said how it has helped them get sophomore status and as well as prepared them for college. And this year I am taking multiple dual enrollment classes, including Intro to Oceanography. I had not intended to take this class, but upon admitting to it, I have enjoyed it thoroughly. The teachers in our school are very passionate and they very motivate our students to attend school, and the dual enrollment classes motivates the students as well as teachers to attend school and keep up their attendance, and I hope we could continue these partnerships into the future.
Hello, my name is Paul Palmer. I started taking dual enrollment classes my freshman year, starting with Intro to Engineering Design at University of New Haven, and then just like Famita, I started with the UConn classes my sophomore year. Those range from biology, chemistry, all the way up to physics now. So I feel really prepared for college, and I really think that gave me a step forward and a step ahead of my classmates. Also, it saves a lot of money. That's my main focus. I want to save money.
How many credits do you have?
So I tried to add it up, actually on the car ride here, and it's close to about 50, which is about a year and a half into college. Yeah. So. But I wouldn't be able to do that without these partnerships. So I'm always looking for more opportunities to do so.
And I just want, last year, the senior class in Ansonia High School, 900 university credits they acquired. 150 students, 900 credits. And it comes with these partnerships and these relationships. So I think both of them could probably, a year and a half, they could start early. So thank you very much. These programs are really helping people really move forward and advance. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Changing lives, and they really talk about the power of partnerships. Now we'll keep it going, and we'll now hear from Superintendent of Clinton Public Schools, who is here with a partner, Oliver Bosch from the Bosch Advanced Technologies, to tell us their experience. This is now business and district working together.
Thank you. We're so honored and pleased to be here today and be invited to speak a little bit about the exciting work that's happening at the Morgan School, which is our high school in Clinton, Connecticut. As we talk about dual enrollment, and we're here because we are the recipient of a grant, so I'd like to personally thank the Governor Lamont, Charlene Russell-Tucker, our Commissioner of Education, and everybody here today who invests in these partnerships between our government, our State Department of Ed, and our local towns. As a small district, there are certain things we can do and fund, but in order to do this innovative work, we need these partnerships and this funding to help us to continue to move forward opportunities for our students. So my job today is to talk just a little bit about our program. As I thought about my remarks today, I really thought about three things: potential, innovation, and partnerships. And I think those three things sum it up. As a district leader, it's incumbent upon us to look at the potential of our communities and our students and how we can create these pathways into their future. Our students are entering a very different world and have different experiences than we did growing up in an education. And so looking at this challenging world that they're entering, it's incumbent upon us to find ways to create these pathways. And as you heard before, for students to have opportunities to take advanced work and to explore a variety of career options and pathways and considerations is incredibly important. Not only does it help them financially, but it helps them discover things that they might never have explored before. And so for us in Clinton, that innovative approach, thinking differently about how our students may start their pathway and their journey towards their career, includes these dual enrollment opportunities, partnerships with our higher ed and universities, as well as what we're going to talk about today, which is partnerships with our local businesses and communities. Connecticut has so much potential, and we want our students to stay here, to live and to grow and to find those careers and raise their families. That makes us stronger. So to do that, we've found that local partnerships was the key and the answer to us. And I'm going to give credit to several people, including President Oliver Bausch of Bausch Advanced Technologies, along with some local members of our Economic Development Council in Clinton, who approached us and started to talk about what is present in Clinton and how we can create opportunities and educate our students and our families about what is right here in our local towns. So that partnership has involved working with our local manufacturers, dual enrollment courses, which we've partnered with Goodwin University in their eCamp program in advanced manufacturing, as well as educating parents and students about opportunities in our local manufacturing industry. And all of the different career opportunities. So we have dual enrollment, we do field trips. Oliver Bausch has offered internships and student work experiences in the summer that have benefited our local students. I'm so proud to be here to introduce President of Bausch Advanced Technologies, Oliver Bausch, to talk a little bit about his perspective and how that partnership has benefited our local community, his business, as well as our students.
Yes, good morning, everybody. This has been a pretty interesting experience for us. We're originally a German-based company, but have a small manufacturing site in Clinton, Connecticut, and it is really important to us to feed our pipeline and educate the younger workforce and develop a local workforce who stays in the community. And we have had a great experience with that. The partnership with the local school is working very well in regards to basically making them aware and producing a workforce for our need in regards to very skilled and knowledgeable workforce. So with the dual program, of course, we utilize that knowledge in the company too. We have about Bausch Advanced Technology is about a small manufacturer with about 120 employees. About 15% of the employees are basically from the local schools and going through different programs. Of course, they come for a time, they leave the community and go for higher education somewhere else, but they're still thinking of coming back at one point, and then at that time, hopefully, we can regain and hire them for us to work. Right now, some of them are working remotely for us, so it's a dual experience for them. They make money and they, of course, get the real-world experience of business. Thank you.
Business, schools, higher education, working together. Next, we will hear from our Chief Workforce Officer, who is also Vice Chair of the Governor's Workforce Council and also a member of the State Board of Education, Dr. Marie Valeries.
Good morning, everyone. It is so exciting to be here today and hear about all of the amazing partnerships and innovation that is happening in our educational system. Workforce development is Governor's top priority, and we really appreciate the opportunity to put together a statewide strategic plan and then work together in a very collaborative manner to help to build out those partnerships and build the connectivity between our different stakeholder groups. And Career Pathways is one of the biggest initiatives that we have. It's really important that we're able to build out opportunities for students to gain dual credit in industry-recognized credentials. Today, over 70% of our jobs need at least some type of industry-recognized credential. With the fast pace of technology, AI was just a dream 3 months ago, and now it's everywhere. That's going to change the way we need to educate our students for the workforce of the future, and making sure that they have an early start and are successful in earning those industry-recognized credentials and pathways into college is very important. We also want to make sure that we give students the opportunity for those who are not going to a post-secondary experience directly after high school, the opportunity to earn industry-recognized credentials and to earn credits that they can take with them in their lifelong journey of learning. Right? We're not going to be able to train people for a specific skill today, and that's going to be their career forever. They're going to have to keep innovating themselves as technology and the world of work innovates, and they're going to need to continue to earn credentials along the way. And providing these early opportunities are so just vitally important to all of our students, especially those students who don't see themselves in a post-secondary. Sometimes they get an opportunity and they get success, and then they can move forward and say, I never saw myself being a college student, but now I do. And so there's a lot of opportunity that these programs afford our students across the state, and we're very excited to be part of this process to help bring our business community to the table. It's not all on our academic partners. Our business community, and thank you to those of you who are here today, really have an essential role in helping to understand what it is that you need for your workforce today and into the future, and be very connected to your academic partners, making sure that you provide robust work-based learning experiences for our students, but also for our faculty, and making sure that our faculty can come into your organizations and really get a hands-on experience of what you need for them to bring back to the classroom to inform that curriculum. So thank you again for all of you being here today for this exciting work that you're doing, Commissioner Russell-Tucker at the State Department of Ed, with your team and all of our university partners here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We call it best-in-class collaboration, as our agencies are also working together. And key partner certainly are our policymakers. And so it is my pleasure to introduce Senator Eric Berthel, ranking member of the Connecticut Education Committee and a strong supporter of education. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, Governor. It's an honor to be here with all of you on this really exciting day. This is an amazing commitment that the state of Connecticut is making to the youth of our state. And when we talk about, as we did through most of this last legislative session, about workforce development, it was a priority of the governor, it was a priority of the commissioner, and it was a priority of the legislature to bring forth meaningful legislation that would help our youth to maybe go on to college early, and I'll talk a little bit about that, but also, as was just spoken about, to introduce some children who are in school to careers. And one of the bills that we passed in the legislature this year was a bill that will allow school systems to partner with local industry, and for kids to earn not only college credit, but also earn high school credit. And building the pipeline. You know, when we look at the aviation industry in Connecticut as a good example, we have companies coming to us saying that they won't have any mechanics. There's a shortage of pilots. Why are we not digging into our high schools right now and finding those students, maybe even in the 7th and 8th grade, and bringing them forward? What we're doing here today, this huge investment is not only an investment in our public schools, but as I spoke to a moment ago, an investment in our youth. And I think that is the most wonderful thing that we can do as a legislature, as an executive branch, as a commissioner, and through all of our great partners across the state. And I speak from a little bit of experience. Both of my sons have done early credit options, one with the University of Connecticut and the other with Post University in Waterbury. And what I saw as their dad was this spawns intellectual growth, and it builds incredible self-confidence, and all of that is a truly great thing. So thank you for being here, Governor. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for your commitment to doing what's right by the children of our great state. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator. Lastly, I have the privilege of introducing our governor, Governor Ned Lamont, whose commitment to education has positively impacted countless students and families across the state. And every time I speak, I remind folks that we're talking about over 513,513 students in our K-12 system in Connecticut. And under your leadership, Governor, I hope you're proud of the work that we're doing here in Connecticut and the strides that we're making towards fostering innovation, equity, and excellence in education. And we're just so honored to have him here today to speak to us, my boss, Governor Ned Lamont.
Good morning, everybody, and very proud. And a little bit of Groundhog Day for me, as President Toro knows. I spent 10 years here as an adjunct professor, and then President Toro promoted me to distinguished professor, which I think is 3 syllables for getting a little older. But, I love teaching here. I learned so much from the students, too. And education is a lifelong journey, and this was part of my journey. And the students here were remarkable because they, a little bit older, as I remember, maybe still. I did a foreign policy course, and I had a fair number of students who had served in Afghanistan, and we were talking about Middle East. And as a business guy, I also taught a course on entrepreneurship, and it was just amazing hearing these young people's dreams. I love a few things about this dual degree program and what it means. For Famida and Paul, you had a little head start. I think you kind of had an idea of where you want to be and where you want to go, and you were ready to get going. And a dual degree gave you a chance to speed things up. It made you, Paul, an opportunity to save a lot of money and maybe get through college or the next round faster and less expensively. And Kelly's very happy about that because we do have about 90,000 jobs out there begging for you right now in the state of Connecticut. And we're really pleased that you're able to hit the ground running. And I think that's important, and it's really a great time to be young here in this state right now, and with a CCSU or other degrees, and be able to move forward in a faster way because we need you desperately. But I'll take another track as well, and Eric just reminded me of this, talking about his sons. We worked really hard to get our schools open, coming out of COVID, and Charlene and her predecessor, Miguel Cordona, and our amazing teachers. But not all the kids came back, and we had a very high absenteeism rate. And there are a variety of reasons for that. Working with the legislature, some of that was mental health, some of that is just socialization, some of that was making people feel safe and confident that from a public health point of view, they could do that. One of the things I love about the internship programs and the apprentice programs and the dual degree, an opportunity for folks like Eric's sons to maybe get a sneak preview of what happens next, in terms of confidence and sense of direction, I think I heard you say, it gives education a purpose. Sometimes, I was studying Latin, and I wasn't quite sure why I was studying some of these things, and I just knew I wanted to get through 12th grade, and and then here's the next break point, you go to college, and and then here's the next break point, you get a job, and there were these. But there weren't pathways, as you were describing. And I think what we're trying to do with these dual degrees, what we're trying to do with internships, what we're trying to do with apprentice programs, what we're trying to do with after-school programs, is make education real and give it a sense of purpose for young people. And I'd like to think that's what we're doing, and I'd like to think that it's working. As I look around the country, I mentioned coming out of COVID, the absenteeism rate was very high, 30%. Those are 30% of the high school students missing at least 10% of their classes or days in school. And those juniors and seniors, maybe they're saying, why am I here? What's the purpose? Maybe I can go get a job at Amazon. They can start paying me money now. Maybe I don't need to be here. And Connecticut, we've done a little bit better. If it's 30% around the country, it's about 19% in Connecticut, 19% absenteeism. Look, nobody's putting up a mission accomplished sign, and we got a way to go, and it's still worse than it was pre-COVID, but I'd like to think we're making progress. I'd like to think we're making progress in part because we're able to talk to kids in a wider variety of ways. Maybe it's a business leader who's able to come in and tell people, this is what it's like to work at my business. And maybe you want to take a look at it here. And if you took courses in this area, it would make it more relevant to what you want to do afterwards. Whatever it is, I'd like to think their kids are staying in school more likely and going forward, especially true here at CCSU. President Toro said, unlike a lot of colleges, you know, here we have as many students today as we had pre-COVID-19, and making real progress because we're making this real for people, and they understand why their education is about adding to the curiosity and joy of life, and also it's something important you can do with your life so you can leave footprints in whatever you decide to do. So I think this dual degree program, I'm really proud that Connecticut's a leader here. And Charlene, to you and the rest of your team, working with Kelly, making this a difference. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Governor, and to all our partners in the room. We've got superintendents here who didn't take the stage, but they're here because they're going to be funded and just really want to be in this space to celebrate today. And so to all of you, thank you all so much. We've always said schools cannot do this alone, and we know it takes all of us working together on their behalf. And I hope our students here today look around the room and see all of us are doing this and pulling for all of you. And so thank you all very much. It's a year of infinite possibilities, and when we do this, we recognize all that is possible for students in Connecticut. So thank you very much. This is the end of our program, and I think we're open for questions on topic, if there's such, that we can do that.
How many high schools don't offer dual enrollment classes?
And I'm going to have, where is Ajit, our Chief Performance Officer, to join me here, who is, and I should say thanks to the team members here. Thank you, Governor, for thanking the team, because they do an awesome job of keeping track of all of this. So I'm going to have Ajit answer all the data-related questions.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
How many high schools in Connecticut don't offer these dual enrollment classes yet?
Actually, most high schools in the state, I would almost like to say almost all, but most high schools in the state have some availability or the other. So when we, and of course, I mean, our partners at UConn and CT State are probably our biggest presence across the state.
And are there additional efforts being made to bring students of color into these classes? And if so, what do those look like?
I think, you know, I think it's really about increasing access for all students. I think there are clearly disproportionalities in terms of students of color, students from low-income families. So our grant program that we have launched now is focused explicitly on not just increasing participation, but reducing those disparities as well. So the grant program helps with defrayed district planning costs, work with the institution of higher ed partners to make the work happen. Going forward, long term, we do need to think about, as a state, sort of supporting the costs involved, even though the costs are minimal for some families. And just like Representative Berth, I had multiple kids go through our public school system, take opportunities like this. If you have multiple kids taking multiple courses, it can quickly add up, even with like $150 to $200 a course. So I think having some sort of dedicated support long-term is something we may want to consider as a state.
Right, thank you all very much.